Beautiful Monday morning, Monday afternoon, of course, here in the state of Ohio, precisely in the beautiful city of Columbus. Of course, it is morning somewhere around the world. It is afternoon in another place around the world. And of course, evening here in the United States of America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you find yourself across the globe. Welcome to this first segment of broadcast on Apex One Radio this beautiful Monday evening here in Columbus, Ohio. Monday, the 28th of April, 2025. Just 2 days to the end of the fourth month of the 2025th year after the birth of Christ. And so, once again, thank you so much. Welcome to Apex One Radio. For those of you who are always fans of this station, we want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you for your time. If you have the habit of listening to us on apex one radio.com, then thank you so much. If you do so through the tuning app, then thank you. If you're one of those who always listen to Apex One Radio using the Radio Garden application, we want to say thank you so much. And so, thank you and welcome. Then, for those of you who love to watch what we do here in the studio through our respective social media handles, beautiful. Time for you to share the video upon arrival here. So share the video extensively if you are watching us on the Apex One radio channel, or if you are doing so on our official Facebook page. So share the video extensively as you arrive so that we can stretch our tentacles and touch the four corners of the world, just as we have the habit of doing. So, once again, thank you so much, and welcome to this segment of broadcasts on Apex One Radio. We broadcast 24/7 from the city of Columbus in the United States of America, and we are in the Midwestern region of the country. I'm talking about the Midwest, the Midwest Veteran Tournament. It's definitely on its way. The competition takes place in May, precisely from May the 23rd to May the 25th this year. Meantime, share the video as you get on board. So we'll be starting shortly. All right. So how was the first day of the working week? I guess it was a fantastic day one of the working week. Well, hope you came out from the weekend well refreshed. So what do we do? It's exactly 19 minutes past 6 here in the studio of Apex One Radio. I guess it's time for us to kick off this edition of Midwest Ball Rolling. Today, we're doing day 6 of the series of shows aimed at profiling the teams that will head to Columbus in May of this year for the 2025 edition of the Midwest Veterans Tournament. And so today we are going to the state of Wisconsin. 5.9 million people. Beautiful state with beautiful cities like Madison, like Mill, Colvin, and so many other beautiful cities in that state. Well, today we will be journeying across that state to present to you one of the veterans team. Of course, the only one of that state I hear, which will be taking part in the 2025 edition of the Veterans Soccer Tournament. And so let's see what we have today. Officials of Cheesehead Veteran Football Club are here with us to explain just how prepared, just how ready the club is for this year's edition of the Midwest Veterans Tournament. Without much ado, and at exactly 6:21 p.m., which should be 5:21 in Wisconsin, let's say good evening to our guests who are joining us, including the president of Cheesehead Veteran Football Club, Joseph Fobate. Joseph, welcome to the program. How are you doing today? Joseph will have to unmute himself so we can hear him.
Oh, thank you. It's wonderful to be here as president of Wisconsin. It's a privilege for us.
How are you today?
We are doing good.
Great. So, what is the weather condition in Wisconsin at this time of the year? Too hot, too cold?
It's actually average. We have a beautiful weather today, although we have a focus of storm
Mhm.
like evening around 8 p.m., but we don't think it's going to be that hard. Maybe something mild. Yeah,
Mm, okay, that's beautiful. So, you're president of Cheesehead Veteran Football Club of Wisconsin, correct?
correct.
Hmm. So, how did the name Cheesehead come about?
Well, sometimes things come in as a joke and then tend to be serious. So
Okay.
yeah, so when we had a board meeting, we never had a name. We were just
Hmm.
like Wisconsin veteran.
Hmm.
So one of the board members was like, "Oh, this cheesehead guys, this cheesehead guy." So people were like hearing that word for the very first time,
Hmm.
and so they were thinking like we're gonna be so angry. It was a kind of thing, and so I tried to resonate with the guy and look up cheesehead again once more, and I said it's something like a trouble, something that people are scared of. So we decided to choose the name cheesehead.
Oh, perfect. That's great. So you live in Madison City, correct?
Correct.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Joseph, for joining us on the program today. Next on board is the captain for that side, Adrian Cheetah. Over there in Wisconsin, they call him Marquis. Marquis, welcome to the program. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
What is the name Marquis coming from?
Makich has been my nickname that I've grown up with. A
Mhm,
lot of people will not know me for Adrian Cheetah that you called.
mhm,
Makish will be what I've been called upon for my years of playing soccer, friendship, and how they've addressed me. And
mhm,
this Makish actually came during the time when Samuel Letofis was playing for Andy Makashkala.
okay.
I'm a big fan of Samuel Letofis,
Mm,
a big supporter for it, for the love for the team. So my friends just started calling me Makish
mm.
because of the love that I had for the team.
That's beautiful. You live
Yeah.
in Madison as well, correct?
Yes, I do live in Madison as well.
I know we are in the United States and football, the American football is the biggest thing, basketball as well. We have baseball and other American sports. What about soccer in that city? Do you find people playing soccer in Madison?
Of course. Madison, as a whole, Wisconsin as a whole is not as popular in America. Most of the times when we've mentioned Wisconsin, so many people don't know about it. I
Mm,
remember times when we go down to Maryland and they are welcoming all people from all other states, and then they try to welcome us, say, "Oh yeah, these are people from Wisconsin," and
mm,
people are asking, "Where is that? Is that in a different country?" So many
mm,
people don't know about it, but Wisconsin is a pretty big state. We have a lot of uh, good soccer players out here. A lot
mhm.
of people out here play soccer, and we do have a lot of soccer teams out here and a lot of soccer lovers here as well. I would.
Hmm. Many soccer lovers in Wisconsin, many soccer teams, just like in other states. Wisconsin is pretty much a big state with over 5.9 million people, with great cities like Milwaukee and Madison, from where our guests in this edition of Midwest Ball Rolling will be speaking. So thank you so much for joining us, Joseph and Adrienne. Hopefully, the coach of your side will be joining us as the show unfolds. And so today we shine the spotlight on a team whose spirit is as bold as it is inspiring. We're talking about Cheesehead Veteran Football Club. And so, based in the vibrant heart of Wisconsin, this dynamic team brings together Cameroonian men aged 35 and above, united by their love for soccer, their brotherhood, and their relentless drive to compete. Though still in its infancy, having just been created just a few months ago, Cheesehead Veterans Football Club already carries the heart of champions. The players are courageous, they are energetic, they are determined, and ready to hit the road for Columbus, Ohio, come May this year for a kill. And so, as they gear up for this year's edition of the Midwest Veterans Tournament in Columbus, the excitement is palpable. And so we are honored to have the officials of that team who are joining us today, including the president, Joseph Fobate. He is also known as Joe Vesso. Then we have the coach who will be joining us later on the show, Alain Mikek. We already have the team captain of Cheesehead Veterans Football Club, Adrian Cheetah, aka Makish, who has already joined us on the show. And so sit back, relax, and enjoy every bit of what we'll be discussing here today with the men who are ready to hit the road for Columbus, not for a child's play, but definitely to lift that trophy, though it is a very, very young side. Once again, thank you so much and welcome to the show. Tell me, Joseph, when was this team created? I know off mic a while ago you told me it is a relatively young team. When was it created precisely?
Of course, it's cousin Cheesehead. It's just we started talking about this after the PT in Minnesota, where I was present and I saw a lot of football lovers coming from Wisconsin to
All right, sorry, we lost him. While we wait for Joseph to join us again, maybe Makish will just take over from there. So we wanted to know how Cheesehead
started
came
talking
about. Okay,
about.
I guess he's back. Sorry, we lost you, but you are back, Joseph. So go ahead.
So I would say the backbone started after the National Veteran Tournament that was hosted in Minnesota
Mhm,
of last year, sometimes around October. So when we came back, I went there just to participate as an individual, as a football lover. So when I came back, I met Makish and some other guys that we usually just play within our community.
mhm,
So Makish was also in Minnesota and some of our other members. So we started talking like, why can't we be part of this veterans whole football thing that we have a big soccer nation here in Wisconsin.
mhm,
So by January, during the snow time, we were looking for somewhere to play indoors game, and then we said, you know what? We should go in for this veteran thing. And that's when around January 15th of this year,
mhm.
we we got into the president of Midwest Veteran, Mr. Ayok, and we got in, he's a personal friend of mine. I got in touch with him, and he gave me the procedure and the requirements, and that was when we like
Hmm.
the cheesehead came about.
That's beautiful. And so, a few months down the road, you now have a relatively structured side. Are you confirming that you already have a very structured club, which you can actually compete in big competitions like the one that is coming up next month?
Honestly, to say no, it maybe it's not us in Cheesehead. We
Mm,
are really ready and we are prepared for it.
mhm.
So
All right.
this is evident with our participation in terms of administration, management, logistic, and footballs,
Mhm.
sporting activities actually.
That's interesting. Makish, tell me, you are the pioneer captain of this club, if I'm not mistaken. I guess you should be correct.
Yeah, sure. I am.
And How does it feel being the very first captain of a young team that has huge ambitions like Cheesehead?
It's an exciting opportunity for me, as
Mhm.
well as leadership comes with a lot of work. We are a very young team going on to play with experienced teams that have been in this game for a long time.
Mhm.
Uh, for me and my team right now, it's mostly going in to gain this experience.
Mhm.
But we are fully prepared as the leader of the team. It's not just about words. You have to put in the work.
Mhm.
You have to lead by example. I myself have been doing a lot of work, personal trainings, and training together with my team and putting them on there so that we can go in there and make Wisconsin, make Cheesehead proud
Mm.
for this. We are fully prepared. We know it's going to be a tough tournament playing against all these experienced teams, but we are up to the task. I know me, since it's gonna be a team effort, me and my team, we're fully ready to face the competition.
The guys from Wisconsin are fully ready to face the competition that takes place next month in Columbus, Ohio. Is a young yet so determined team. We'll come back to how prepared you are, just how much you put in terms of effort and how you organize your practice sessions. But I want us to learn more about the team. Joseph, is this team registered as a non-profit in the state of Wisconsin? I know other veteran clubs are registered as non-profit organizations. Is that the case with yours?
Actually, we've looked at all those conditions, those procedures to be a veteran team, which
Mm.
is one of the criteria. We had a lot of pioneer people, a lot of resource within our team. We have people that are working in that sector that we'll be meeting on Saturday, the, se- uh, the, the 3rd of May, to
Mhm.
finalize our registration process. We discuss about it, and one of my executive member is in charge of that process. So we'll be registering that our club maybe by Monday, the 4th, before going to Ohio.
Hmm. I know it may be too early to be known within the immigrant community in that state, but having been around for a couple of months, does the immediate immigrant community around you know a little bit about Cheesehead?
So actually, Cheesehead is not a city club; it's a state club.
Okay.
So it's huge. With Wisconsin is made up of about 20 to 30 county. So
Hmm.
we have members across the line. So I can always pick within uh, Milwaukee and Madison, which I'm based, which have been there, and I have members also from Kenosha, from Whitewater. These are across city, but Wisconsinites are very welcoming people. We try to live as a community. Most of the time, when we go for games, we have different races that are coming to watch us, so they are aware that like something is coming up in this
Hmm.
in the state of Wisconsin.
Hmm.
Our name Cheesehead speaks volume because that is the fan club for the Packers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. And how large is the club? How many members do you have so far?
Actually, we in terms of registration, that's active members. We have 50. But in terms of looking our WhatsApp group, our forum where we just open the forum. If you are interested, you can join. So we have about 120 members.
120. 120 members. Hmm.
Yeah, the 50 registered.
That is interesting. That is
Every
large.
with a cash of $100.
Okay.
Yes.
That's great. So 50 registered members. That means these 50 people can participate in your activities, including the games. Correct?
Correct. We last week we were in Chicago for a friendly game, which we
Mhm,
saw a very huge number of people that turn out. So we are very sure of our participation in Ohio.
mhm. Beautiful. Makish, tell me, how many teams do you have from these 50 people? I'm asking this question because a club that can produce and field at least two solid teams, which means that if team A is absent, you can have a viable team B that can still represent the team and provide good results. Do you think about that, or you have just one single team?
Uh, I would say we don't have a solid two teams covered so far, but we have at least a team and a half right
Okay.
now. Being a solid new club, those are some of the things that hinders us a little bit.
Mhm.
But the dedication that I see with the guys that I work with so far, with the teammates, uh, have been um, have been tremendous in a way that they all come out in their numbers and they are very dedicated
Mhm.
with putting in the work. Um, and I think with just um, what they are putting in can take us very far
Mhm.
in the coming years.
Mm. You mentioned earlier that uh, due to your participation in the game, you got the nickname Makish. That could easily tell us that you've played football to higher levels. Did you ever play professional football, or do you have people amongst you who have played football at a much more higher level?
Uh, we do have uh, players that have coached uh, elementary schools here
Mhm,
as their professional
mhm,
coaches. Um, but players that have played in professional leagues like international leagues and all that, no, we don't have those in our team yet. Um, but I bet you my guys are experienced and they are all soccer lovers and
mhm.
they are very experienced in what they do and the most important thing for us here is that they are putting in the work and they are ready to move forward with us at all cost.
And having just been created in October of last year, I would imagine that you haven't taken part in any major competition yet, correct?
No, as a group, no.
Hmm. All
As
right.
a Cheesehead group, we haven't taken part in any competition. We are fairly new. We are fairly a couple of months old.
Mhm,
We are still um, on the ground and growing
mhm.
as of now.
So Columbus will be the first major assignment.
Yes,
Mm,
this will be our first major assignment. We've had a couple of friendly matches playing with local teams. We even went out to Chicago to face the Chicago team.
mhm,
Yeah, with my guys, and based on the performance that I saw
mhm,
and the passion that I saw with my guys out there, we we did pretty good from
mhm,
my observation. But we still need a little bit of work, and we've been
mhm.
putting in the work, and we'll continue to put in that work until we get to Ohio.
The cheeseheads of Wisconsin are putting in the effort, and they will keep doing that as the brace to join 11 other teams that will be taking part in the competition come May of 2025. The Midwest Veterans Tournament 2025 edition will take place from May the 23rd to May the 25th this year. And we are speaking with officials of the Wisconsin side who are quite determined to put up a wonderful performance here in Columbus. So, if you don't mind, would you present your team? I know it's a new team. A lot of people will be anxious to know these guys who will be thrilling the crowds in Columbus next month. Can we know some of your players?
Mr. President, do you want me to take?
Yeah. Let me eject on that.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I will start to divide the players. It's a huge crowd. I said 50. We cannot call all names except for
Mhm.
people on the list. But in Madison, we have Marquis, which is the captain, and then we have Mr. Fred Mankefo, which is a wonderful player. He played for PWD of Bamenda. Uh, Mankefo is a good midfielder, and then we have Evans. We have another good player, which is the twin brother of Marquis. We call him Moreno. So he's also a good player. And then we have Gerard. He used to catch. He was a goalkeeper for Cas Bambili back in the days. And then in Milwaukee, we have a very vibrant player, Hamza Palalu. We have our team coach. We have our defense players, which is Dr. excuse me, Dr. Tonga. We have Mr. Lawrence. We have Eli, which are also a very good player. Those are some of the players that those are the names that you can be looking across.
Hmm. Uh, Adrian, some of these players live in Madison, others live in Milwaukee, and perhaps other cities in that state. You are the captain who trains with these players. How do you get together? How often do you do that? And how easy does that happen when people are scattered in various cities?
Yeah, it's as a team captain, it creates a lot of issues for us with the fact that we have people that are living so far away. But
Mhm.
one of the things that we came together as a team and as a club and decided was we um we had to meet halfway with the other team. So what we do is from time to time we go to Milwaukee to
Mhm.
train in Milwaukee. Milwaukee also comes to Madison to train in Madison, and when if we are not going down to Milwaukee to train together as a whole team, the Madison team comes together and train here in Madison, while the Milwaukee team trains out there in Milwaukee
Mhm.
and the nearby cities. So people that are closer to Milwaukee will just go to Milwaukee. People that are closer to Madison will just come to Madison, and
Mhm.
then we come together now as a whole club, and then we do trainings uh almost about it's been every 2 weeks now we come
Mhm.
together and do that. We train
Mhm.
together as a team.
So at least you train once every 2 weeks.
Yes, as a whole team. But
Mhm.
individually, as Madison and Milwaukee,
Mhm.
we do train every week.
Mm. Okay. Well, that's fair enough. You're listening to Midwest Ball Rolling, the edition of Monday, April the 28th, 2025. Barely 3 weeks to the start of the tournament. Time flies, and before you know it, Columbus will be here. Columbus 2025 will be here. So we are talking to the clubs as they prepare for this tournament. And in today's edition of the show, it is the turn of Cheesehead of Wisconsin. And we have the president of that club, and he's accompanied by the coach, Adrian. Cheetah. Thank you so much if you're just joining us. Welcome on board. So I do understand you've been playing some friendly matches already. You haven't played you haven't taken part in any serious competition yet. You're looking forward to doing that come May 2025. But tell us how those competitions have gone so far. Those friendly matches have gone so far. How would you rate your performance? Do you think that the performance you are putting up tells you that it was worth creating this team?
Um, if I can take that,
Yes, sure.
I would say I'm extremely impressed. When we started this, she said, I remember our first meeting. We were just about 10 people in the Zoom call, and we were discussing if this was even going to be achievable if we don't have members
Mhm.
down the line. But I'm pretty much impressed today with the turnout. We have over more than 50 registered members that are
Mhm.
committed to take part of this. And our first training, uh, when we started, I almost gave up. I was like, oh man, we don't have a team.
Mm.
How are we going to cope with this? But after a couple of trainings, and you know, when we started this, there were a lot of people that came in that were experienced players that have given up on soccer for a very long time, and they
Mhm.
haven't played. And you know, with that, it comes in with some training.
Mhm.
So they had to go back, train, did some personal training, do some lot of exercise, and all of them are becoming better and better every day.
Mhm.
Um, and it has given me and the team that confidence that if we keep putting on the work, we are going to do a marvelous job when we go to Ohio
Mhm.
coming May. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we've been
I think
doing good experience. You can go
yes.
ahead.
I think it's easy for us to get some statistics since the team is relatively young. Can you recall the number of matches you have played so far? How many of those matches did you win? Which ones did you uh, were you defeated? Have you done draw games as well? Let us just look at some of those figures. How many matches have you played so far? I'm talking about the friendly matches you've been playing since creation.
Or based on matches that we've played since creation, we've
Mhm.
played about 4 matches.
4 matches.
Yeah, we've played about 4 matches. We did played a match against there's a Ghanaian youth team that is here in Wisconsin. So
Hmm.
we did go had we had a friendly match with them, and that
Okay.
match actually came out. It was a draw, on a 1-1 draw that we had with them. And
Hmm.
then we went to Chicago, and the Chicago guys were extremely experienced.
Okay.
During the first half, um, most of our players came in late, so we
Hmm.
started the game with almost a crippled team
Hmm.
during the first half. So during the first half, they trashed us extremely good during the first half,
Uh-huh.
and when our players came in, we went into the second half. We had to win them in the second half, so that gave me the confidence again that our team, if our team, it's the amount of players we have and our team in place, if we all stand together with the way we do, we have a very big chance of surprising people
Hmm.
in Ohio
Hmm.
so far.
So far you have drawn one
We
match.
Yeah, we've drawn 1 match. We've won 2 other games, and then we've lost one.
Okay, so 2 victories, 1 draw, 1 defeat. That's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty much encouraging uh, 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 performance. That's great. All right. You're listening to Midwest Ball Rolling, a fresh edition of the show reaching you from Columbus, Ohio, in the United States of America. This first day of the working week. We're speaking with Joseph and Adrian. They are officials of Cheesehead Veteran Football Club of Wisconsin, one of the teams that will be taking part in this year's edition of the Midwest Veteran Tournament. For the four matches you've played so far, Joseph, which one of those matches would you consider as the most spectacular? We cannot hear you. I don't know what the problem is. You may want to check your sound. Can you hear me now? All right. Unfortunately, we have issues with his sound. Let's see if he's back. Joseph, can you hear us now? Okay, we will keep struggling to uh, get Joseph on board with sound, of course. But maybe the captain for the team can take that question. Tell us, Makish, which of the matches you've played so far would you consider the best?
So far for me, it's the friendly game we had with Chicago Veteran.
Okay.
Because we went in there actually feeling like we are in Ohio.
Hmm.
And this is the kind of experience we are going to get in Ohio, and this is the kind of team we are going to face
Hmm.
in Ohio. So that gave us a baseline on
Hmm.
what we know we should be expecting in Ohio.
Hmm.
So after the match with Chicago Veteran, we've been having a lot of meetings, sitting down and re-strategizing on
Hmm.
how we're going to work on our team to be able to be successful in Ohio. So the Chicago match was like a good one for us.
Hmm. Joseph, if you are hearing me, would you also pick the Chicago friendly as one of the best games Cheesehead has played so far? All right, we're still having issues with Joseph and the sound. Hopefully, that should be fixed. Then we'll come back to him. What about the match which you really regret having put up such a performance? Otherwise, which of the matches you've played so far would you consider as a match that just didn't work out for you?
Uh, in terms of the four games that we've played so far, as I'll tell you, we are barely a new team, and every opportunity that we play right now, it's an experience. We are looking for experience as much as possible.
Hmm.
We haven't had. I would not say I regret any of the games that we've played so far,
Hmm.
because every one of them it's an opportunity for us. I'm even looking for a way for our teams to get more of these games so that we can get more experience before going to Ohio.
Hmm.
So I don't consider any of them as being a game that I will regret.
Hmm.
Rather, I'm very grateful have we have also having the chance to even play these games and
Hmm.
being with players that have been out of the game sometimes for a very long time. So it's a good thing to have them experience these plays
Hmm.
so they can get back in the game. They can get back in the spirit of the game.
Hmm. Right, that's interesting. Let us go back to Joseph. Can you hear me now, Joseph?
I do. Can 5 and 5.
All right, perfect. Sorry about that technical hitch, but if I may ask, what is it that you consider as the strength of Cheesehead Veteran Football Club so far? it may be early, but definitely you are beginning to know exactly what makes your side a very formidable side.
Well, in terms of match gameplay in the field,
Mhm.
I will not look at the style of play. Unfortunately, my coach is not here. I'm not looking about the statistics. Getting one, getting two wins, one defeat and draw. To me, I don't really look at that. I'm looking at that motivation from players.
Mhm.
As the team captain rightly said, we had one player which is a very one of our players is somebody above the age of 50, getting
Mhm.
to 60. And when he came, he said, "This has been like 40 years. I've never had a boat." He went bought a boat. I think that really gives me a sense of direction to know that soccer is not only to win games,
Mhm.
but just having that exercise, having that determination, having that spirit to get up from the bed and go play football. I think that's what is really keeping me motivated.
Team captain, what is it that makes your team tick? What is it that you can press your fingers on the table for and say that, well, I have a strong side?
Uh, Most of my team players are people I know very well. We are family in Wisconsin. Everybody in Wisconsin, we are all family.
Mhm.
So we know each other very well, and we are extremely committed with whatever we want to do. I do see the strength that I see here. It's the commitment that
Mhm.
the team does have, and the excitement as well that they do have in taking part in this competitions. And their commitment is giving us a lot of confidence
Mhm.
and making the team extremely strong.
Hmm. That's interesting. We are speaking with officials of Cheesehead Veteran Football Club of Wisconsin, a team that is pretty young yet so determined, and they'll be heading for Columbus in May of this year to take part in the Midwest Veterans Tournament for the very first time. And of course, that will be the very first competitive venture of this team. But it has played friendly matches already. Four of them won two, lost one, and drawn one. Pretty much good performance so far for a team as young as the Cheeseheads, created in October of 2024. Right. Okay. So you definitely would have been following the NVT and even the MVT. You know the clubs that have been participating. You know the ones that are in quotes big sides, the ones that everyone dreads to play against, and so on. So tell us about some of the clubs which you think that yours should not play against or yours should meet. So which are some of these clubs?
Um, as a team captain, we are fully prepared to meet anything
Okay.
that it's in the tournament. We are going there fully prepared to play the tournament. We are not looking at the age of the team, the size of the
Mhm.
team, or how strong they are. We are going fully prepared to face any team um, that is in the tournament and give it our best, and then come home with victory. So we are not choosing any team. Any team that comes up, we are going to take on the team, and then I and my team are going to put in our best to
Mm.
face them and make sure we win the game.
Joseph, there is Michigan, who is the talk of the region. We also have Minnesota. There is Iowa that puts up a wonderful show as well. Columbus, which will be hosting the tournament, is also big in in this veterans business. Tell me, do you dread any of this any of these team? The mention of these names frighten you in any way?
Well, being a fan of soccer, being someone that's played soccer, not that much, but
Mhm.
I grew up in soccer in the family of soccer, so I know what soccer means. It's not
Mhm.
football is not played with names.
Right.
Remember Cameroon, Argentina back in the 90s,
Mhm.
where Mila came up. Or Maradona, just the way he took the ball before the start of that,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
If somebody would have asked us, it's better for Argentina to give us just 2-0. But at the end of the day, you saw what happened. So it is history. And history will repeat itself again in Ohio. We are not just coming there, to Color Shed, Wisconsin. We are
Mm.
Cheesehead. We are coming with cheese on us. The more you touch us, we get slippery. We're in that cup, putting in up, and we are gone.
Mm. All right. The cheeseheads are not coming to Columbus for some child's play or to walk across the park. No, they're coming for real soccer business. Well, we're looking forward to that. And away from the competition itself is always fun. There is that brotherhood spirit. There is that camaraderie spirit. There are side attractions. The veterans movement is about love, it's about community developments, and of course, it's about social interaction. That's what it is. If you're just joining us, welcome to the show. We are gradually but steadily moving to the end of this edition of Midwest Ball Rolling, edition number 6, reaching you this day, April the 28th, 2025. We're going to discuss about how prepared you are for Columbus. But before we do that, let me go back to the president to find out a little bit about how your club is run in terms of logistics. I know you haven't made trips out of state yet, but that is always a very big component. Being able uh, to ferry scores of people across the country to another state to take part in the competition, uh, lodge for a couple of days before returning home. It requires a lot logistically. Tell me, are you prepared for this? I know Columbus will be your first major assignment. So tell us how you are preparing for this in terms of logistics. Who does what, and just what have you put in place to make sure that you have successful trip to Columbus and back home?
Thank you for this that opportunity. That is very question. Just looking at a couple of months that we started since our inception as Cheesehead,
Mhm.
to raise $1,000 and above to register, you know, it's not easy, but we were able to use 3 weeks and raise because before when I contacted the board, they
Mhm.
asked me to pay about $1,300 for participation fee in Ohio. Came back, people were asking like, how are we going to do to get this huge number? Just we should just register and then prepare for next year. But as time passes, I said, I talked with some of my members, and we said, it's good. Even we are going there, 11 of us, we've been going to other Atlanta in these places. So
Mhm.
we know what it takes. First of all, it takes a lot of finances. Remember, we are in the United States where to get permission, move away from family. Those are small things. But when we come out with it, the people that have registered are dedicated people. So my logistic director, we have been contacted with this, looking at flight, and we are really having this financial plan. we trust our treasurer, Mr. Marcel, for, which is a very honest somebody
Mm,
putting up together. So we've put that side. I will not just say everything is is goal,
mm.
but there are some hindrances that we are trying to.
Mhm. Sponsorship is a very big thing in the entire sports movement, and we see across the world clubs cannot really survive and thrive without major sponsors. And we know the veterans movement is also growing in terms of popularity, commitment, and what have you. Do you, as a club, think about future partnerships and sponsorships already?
Well, we've sent letters uh, to some of our big firms here
Hmm.
personally, and that is on the way. Is on air. I could not just say we are in partners for now. So we have our T-shirt that we've kept this that spot for our T-shirt where will be placed for companies that are interested. I've
Hmm.
contacted someone which is very interesting and about it. So we are in talk with that.
Okay. Hopefully, your club will get some reliable partners and even sponsors that will help to grow it to the level which you expect it to reach. Now, let's talk about the 2025 edition of the Midwest Veterans Tournament. That is just 3 weeks away from today. Back to the team captain. Have you increased the number of practice sessions as this competition draws nearer, Makish?
Of course, that's one of the key things as the competition draws nearer.
Mm,
We are we are we are we are looking for ways to even increase it more,
mhm,
and if possibly even train daily if we can, as the
mhm,
competition draws closer. When we just started, we used to train um, every 2 weeks. From the beginning, we started the first month. We skipped the first month, and then we started training 2 weeks. Right now, we are looking for a possibility to start training maybe 2 times a week.
mhm,
Uh, 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 and then encouraging, as well as encouraging all my players to train even individually on a daily
mhm,
as well. So we are doing a 2 times a week now as a group in Madison. The same thing that is happening in Milwaukee, and
mhm,
as well as uh, individually. I know a couple of my team players as well that do train daily, as I do as well.
mhm,
For me personally, as the captain, because I know this is a lot of as I told you earlier, the captain, I have a whole lot of responsibility leading my team, and not just by word, but by example. I have
mhm,
my personal gym at home that I do my daily trainings on, and have my daily games that I go play and all that, just to kind of prepare for this competition. Just
mhm,
so we go out down to Ohio strong and
mhm,
capable of winning the games.
mhm. Mr. President, how psychologically prepared is your team?
Well, actually, I would say that as days goes by, people are becoming very strong on that, trying to
Mhm,
resistant, looking at dieting, looking at what they are eating, not getting much on the financial aspect, because a lot of people were really stressed, thinking will not join this because of the financial aspect.
mm,
But we have a lot of resources, as I earlier told you. We have people who are able to give few free lectures, free cushion on members, not get stressed up to bother in terms of their mental health, keeping that fresh. So something that really please us as a team.
mhm. What are other challenges which the team face apart from maybe the stress you just mentioned?
Well, this is something I've been trying to talk with the organization. The timing of the tournament is something that is really disturbing. Just coming out of winter, which is December, January, and
Mhm.
then the few months getting into April, you have just 1 month, and then you come start in May. So there's not enough time of that. So, but it's nature. We have to adapt to the season. We've been in Wisconsin climate, so we're ready for that, and there's nothing we can do about it. But
Mm.
it would be better if I understand that by next year, after we're coming back from Ohio, we're going to, get a lot of support, a lot of people coming in. Since we are across Wisconsin, it's a state team. If it was just within us in Madison or in Milwaukee, I would say we could have done much better. But looking at the numbers, looking at what the commitment, I think is really impressive.
Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. We haven't had the fixtures yet. Of course, we have the team placings. We don't have the fixtures yet. But what are you anticipating, especially as far as the first matches concerned? Do you have any forecast already? I'll put that question to the team captain. I don't know which team you're going to meet on day one, but what forecast can you already make regarding that match?
Uh, a forecast on a game, it's a difficult thing to predict.
Hmm.
All I can tell you on this is we are fully prepared with whatever team that we meet, and when we
Hmm.
go in there, uh, me and my team, I'm gonna lead my team to the best, and then I'm gonna make sure we give them the best down there in Ohio, and I'm believing that all the practice and the hard work that we've been putting in, we are going to showcase it on the field, and it would be an interesting game to watch.
Hmm.
With me, I know first of all in mind that a lot of teams would tend to minimize Cheesehead just because we are barely new and they don't know our capability, but we're going to surprise them.
So, should we take that as a promise to football lovers in Columbus? Are you saying that you're going to deliver spectacle in Columbus?
Yes, for sure. I will invite every soccer lover that is in Ohio and around Midwest
Hmm.
to come down and witness for themselves.
Hmm. But what motivates you? Like, what is the motivation you are coming to Columbus with?
I come in with a lot of motivations. Um, First of all, being a soccer lover and a soccer player, uh, always going into a game, it's always it's a pleasure for me all the time. It's always an opportunity for me to showcase what the kind of talent that I do have,
Hmm.
as well as going in there as well, meeting different players as well,
Hmm.
just taking part in the competition. It's a big competition with people coming all over America to take part, and it's always a great opportunity to showcase your talent while so many the world is watching.
Mm. Joseph, if you could, would you like to play a few more friendly matches before you hit the road for Columbus?
Actually, that's something I've been discussing with my coach. Unfortunately, say Alan Mika is not. He was supposed to be here. That would have been a very good question for that. I looking at the fixtures, right? I already know the fixture we are meeting. We have it's 12 team with three four zones, so three teams in a group. So we have a match on Friday that I'm very aware. on Friday. So we have three games, two games on that day. So we are just going in to win one game, maybe hold a draw. So I don't really want us to have that friendly game because we injury, tenants, we are really prone of that. So I just want us to just relax, get the energy, burn down some calories within ourselves. So we'll not be having any. We've rejected some other close by veterans. It's really risky. So we just play within ourselves.
Hmm. All right, perfect. So the Cheeseheads of Wisconsin are ready for Columbus 2025. And like the president just mentioned, they really wouldn't be getting in very engaged, friendly, at least before the tournament, just to avoid um, injuries that may occur before the game and impede their performance in Columbus. So that is a strategy. They are getting ready for that tournament which comes up in 3 weeks, and of course Apex One Radio will be at the center of the events with regular coverage schedules for it. All right, thank you so much. If you are just joining us, we are almost at the tail end of this edition of Midwest Ball Rolling. I'll get the last word from the coach, Makish, before I run off with the president. So, do you have any last word for our listeners, and most especially the people of Columbus who are very anxious to witness this big soccer fiesta that will take place within the Midwest sub-region?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I just want to thank Epic's One Radio for giving us their platform to kind of present ourselves here and let the world know about Cheesehead. I just want to tell the people of Ohio and people of Midwest, people that are coming from all over to come and watch the tournament. That will be a pleasure for us to have them there watch us, and we're going to do our best to make them proud while they are there watching us play our games.
The Cheeseheads of Wisconsin will do their best to make those who will bother to come watch their matches proud. They are ready for that. That's the promise from Adrian Cheetah, aka Makish, coach, not coach, but captain for that site. Want to thank you so much for joining us on the program, Makish.
Thank you.
Right. Joseph, just before we go away, do you have any appeal to people who live in the state of Wisconsin, Cameroonians, of course, who may not have joined your organization yet, but maybe are willing to do so, and other people who may just contribute to the movement in terms of supporting it in one way or the other? Any appeal?
Before I give that, I want to thank you for the great job you are doing. I follow your last edition of this program when you were talking with the Minnesota Vesta,
Hmm.
and if you remember, Kinley, I think it's the president, Mr. Beck. He was saying that has been there for 10 years, and now for a member to come, you have a wide window to cross to become a member.
Hmm.
So I just want to use that opportunity to tell my Wisconsinite that Cheesehead is just at the nascent stage. Our doors are wide open, but with time it will shut down. So use this opportunity to come in and join the train, because once that train leaves, it becomes so difficult to catch it. And then, secondly, I want to thank our wives, our kids, for allowing us to be part of this veteran thing.
Mhm.
That's something within one of some aspect looking at veteran, because people have a lot of different notion about it. So
Mhm.
I really want to thank those who have accepted us, our wives, families, friends, to be part of this. Trying to encourage them that it's not all about sport. There's a lot of achievement. Just that community, just going out there, talking to people, you know, it does a lot. So I'm appealing to everyone out there, especially those around Wisconsin, to join this veteran thing. Thank you very much.
All right. So if someone needs to get in contact with the club, how can they go about it? Your contacts, address, phone numbers.
Okay. Yeah, my telephone number is 760-818-5840. My email address is obeso1@yahoo.com. JOEBESO1@yahoo.com.
All right. That message has definitely gone across. If you live in the state of Wisconsin and you want to get in touch with Cheesehead, a veteran football club, then you can just pick up your phone and press your fingers on 760-818-5840. 760-818-5840. You'll be speaking with the president, Joseph Fobate. Then you can get to know the club better and even support it in your own little way. It's part of the big veterans movement, which has proven beyond reasonable doubt that it is a movement to reckon with. So we're going to wish you the best and look forward to seeing you here in Columbus come next month, and we will go from there. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ernest. And
All right. And for those of you out there who spent time listening to this edition of the Midwest Ball Rolling, want to say thank you so much for your time. Special thanks to Finjap Evaristus, aka Capo, for making this show possible. We also want to thank other members of the Columbus Veterans Soccer Club. Then back here on Apex One Radio, special thanks to my studio director this evening, Queen V. Then collaboration came from Shin, Tebong. The producer of the show was Marcel Adig. At the microphone, I've been your friend, Ernest Kanjo. I will join you again for yet another edition of Midwest Ball Rolling. At that time, we'll be doing the seventh edition of it. Until we meet, it is bye bye from this end. Do have a fantastic rest of the Monday. May God bless you.